So, Laurent, answer me this question. Why do French people love food so much?
We love food because it's one of French pleasure. It's food, it's eating, it's spending time for lunch, for dinner. We love to have to eat. A few years ago, the average lunchtime of a French businessman was over an hour to 2 hours per day for lunch. So we do love to spend time eating. We enjoy it very much.
Right. So for me, I love food for ages, but most recently, I'm excited with my young relative. He is actually interning at a two Michelin star restaurant in Hong Kong. Its name is Amber. So I'm really excited for him and all the lovely food that they have there. So so Laurent, let's launch right into talking about some food, the fun stuff. So let's talk about, let's look at some food and tell us more about it.
Yes, okay, so this is a typical starter dish. It's on the right you can see a little tomato, which is called in French tomate cerise. It's a tiny tomato. On the left,
Come on, that's a name for the tiny tomato.
Yeah, tomate cerise. That's her name. And on the left, it's a very nice starter dish. It's a mix of fresh smoked small salmon and non-smoked salmon. So it's very interesting.
Types of salmon too. It's not just one type.
Yeah. It's smoked and fresh, non-smoked salmon mix. Wow. So it's very tasty, very pleasant.
Do they add spice into it, or is there a little bit of olive oil?
Yeah, there's olive oil. I guess in this picture you can see some olive oil all around it. You see the yellow-green a little bit. It should be olive oil normally, yes.
Right. So the second dish, what about this one? This one looks really pretty. I see some oranges there, so tell us more about it.
Yeah, those are, I would call this almost summer dishes now. Fresh cut oranges, orange juice, adding a sweetness of some whipped cream or ice cream that you can see from the white. Exactly. I can't tell you really if it's whipped cream or ice cream. It looks more to me like chantilly ice cream or some of it. Not
so
even
it could be ice cream too, like it doesn't.
Yeah, it could be ice cream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So and this is some sort of flower leaves or something?
Yes, exactly. Yes, it's to match with the orange that you can see on the left. Yes.
Right, and it's definitely very delicate. And those tiny stuff, is it tiny flowers?
Yes, it's tiny flowers.
Really, really. You guys, you French guys, really go all out.
It's a show. The dish is a show. It's not like I have drop a regular orange that I cut on the plate. It's haute cuisine. It's not basic cuisine. It's a nice presentation.
Right. So how about this one now?
Oh, this is very good. Lobster, fresh lobster, topped by it's a zoom picture, but it's caviar, so it's very good. It's as people that have the chance to try caviar know, caviar is very salty taste. I guess there might be some balsamic around the lobster on the bottom, some balsamic oil, and it's fresh slice of lobsters that you can see.
So by the way,
very light, very tasty. But all this is tasty haute cuisine food. I mean, we don't eat this often in France. You have this in very good French restaurants. The dishes from famous French chefs usually.
Right. So by the way, if you're watching there, if you have any questions, feel free to type your questions in the comment, and then we'll look at the any questions or comment at the end of the show, and then try to address some of them. So fire your questions to Laurent here, and he is the French guy who knows food, and we're going to throw our challenges to him. And so let's look at another one, and this one is tell us more about this one. All right. So what is this, Laurent?
Oh, this is interesting. This is smoked ham from the region of Pays Basque. It is called literally in French jambon de Bayonne.
So is this the ham and that is a cow or something like that? Its
No,
size
no,
is
no.
very different. Both are.
Yeah, they're different because there's different quality. There is from different type of cow. Um, as I
Oh,
was,
is it cow or is it pig like pork?
no, no, no. It's cow.
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 Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's cow. You have different qualities, and the price could be very expensive for the best ones. It could be over €1,000 for the very famous ham. Not too much from the southwest region of French called Bayonne, but a lot of the Spanish Iberico ham is very well known. They're very tasty. And as you were we were saying about French cooking, we mix a lot. So we like sometimes during summer to have a thin slice of this ham with some melon, for example. So we mix the taste of the fruit, the melon, and the ham, and the smoked ham. So it's very interesting to
So you're
try.
saying like the sweet and then the salty and the mixed together actually tastes really good.
Yes, it is.
If you haven't tried it out there, go venture and put a bit of like ham, thin slice of ham, and then with melon, right? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So now let's talk about pastry. And this a few years ago, I watched this documentary called King of Pastry. And you see in the middle the trailer there for the documentary. I mean, let me tell you, unfortunately in that creation, the delicate creation like crashed down all the way, and then the chef was quite distorted. So tell us more about this yearly. It's a yearly competition, right? That the chefs go through.
Yeah, it's a yearly competition called MOF, or Meilleur Ouvrier de France, which is in the pastry. The best of the best from all the French restaurants are meeting. And it's a very strict year event. They have crazy things to do and build. They have limited quantities of different toppings they can use. They're limited in time. And as we can see in the website you're showing, the first pastry that is about to fall down, you will never see anywhere in the world a cake like that, for example. They're pushing the limit to the maximum for creation, for ingredients. So it's very interesting to watch. And anyone who won this prize in France usually gets very famous and get hired very often in the best French restaurants in the country.
And I remember, it's not just the look; they have to actually taste good, and it's very delicate too. It's not just like one giant cake. I've seen like 7 layers, or how many different layers of different texture, and it's tried so many times.
A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of vanilla, and they're very limited in the ingredients and the amount of ingredients they're allowed to do.
Right. So now let's talk about another foodie thingy. So this is the world famous alboulee. Again, like I love documentaries, so I watch it I learn my food from documentaries. So the documentary is called Alboulee, Cooking in Progress. So you told me you actually ate there, right? And by the way, this is the chef. I forgot what his name is, but he is really talented. So tell us, what was how long ago? Briefly, what was the experience? And then we're going to talk about some of the dishes using pictures.
Yeah, it was a few years ago. It's an astonishing experience. It's I would say if you enjoy great food, and the best food is a unique experience. Is dishes, it's drinks, it's tasting food, and fish like you never tasted before.
It's not like you have 5 dishes, like
no. It's over 30 dishes. Wow. Very small quantities, a lot of different courses we are going to share some. You're going to share, and I'll explain some pictures of the courses.
Right,
And
right.
they're absolutely insane, especially at the beginning, the famous mojito cocktail he's doing. It's
Right.
absolutely exactly. That's it.
So let's look at this one. And thanks to someone who posted this on his website. I want to thank him. The amateur gourmet. He posted on his website, and we're going to look at some of the food picture, the courses that he posted.
Yeah. So you see, it's explained, of course, but I can give you more details. You have to imagine this is the first course, huh? The usual first course. Okay, regular people are going to say, okay, what is special? It's a Morito, Caipirinha. I can have this anywhere in the world in any hotel, okay? But as he commented in this, you have to understand exactly, you're sitting at this table. There's only a few tables in the restaurant, very limited seating. Very, very limited. And he's bringing, like, kind of, as he said, a tiny bucket. And you see this ice, and you see those sticks, as you can see in this pictures coming out. And you're wondering what it is, you know? And you have to understand, in the bucket, there is the Morito, of course, and the ice. The stick that are inside are sugarcane sticks. And the way you drink it, it's not you take the stick out and you drink it. No. You take the sticks and you eat the sticks. You bite in the stick, okay? So you can feel the sugarcane flavor coming out, okay? And then you're going to try the Morito, and this is very, very, very interesting. It's extremely interesting to try. It's,
right. So now on to the second one.
Yes. Okay. This is absolutely crazy. What you can see on this picture is insane. It's a plate. It's it's a plate, and it's not glass on the top of the plate. It's a crazy plate, but it's cheese, in fact.
Really, the yellowish thing is cheese.
Yeah, on the top of this crazy plate, it's it's kind of a special cheese. As he said, tasteless. I agree, like Parmesan cheese.
Is it kind of a crystallized hard, or is it soft? It looks hard.
No, it's kind of crystallized. That's why it's interesting. And since it's crystallized, when you're going to put it in the mouth and try to eat it, the flavor is going to splash in the mouth. Absolutely. I mean,
right.
So and it's very nice to see. And this is the plate where the cheese is on. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. And that, like, it's, if you call presentation, this is presentation, right?
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
The plate, like, they could easily put in a porcelain white plate and all, but they went the extra
but no,
step.
they don't. They have to put this. Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
So and this one.
Okay, this is the famous Jean Freeze drink. On the side, there is those absolutely olives that are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they have reconstitute, right? I mean, it's not your regular olive. I think if I remember right from the movie. Yeah, it's shell and then injected with liquid, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is what they do. Yeah, they're called spherical olives because they have a perfect spherical shape. They're very tasty, very good. Yeah.
So what does it taste like inside? Is it like olive?
Yeah, it is olive. The interesting is the sweetness of the Jean Fees. Okay, if anyone that drinks Jean Fees, and it's always with him a question of shock with the taste. You know, the Jean Fees is sugar, it's sweet, it's lemon tasty, and on the other side, I have the olive. You know, that is. It's a very strange taste in the mouth, but absolutely crazy. I mean,
right. I think they have peanut on this side too. So
let's
move on to another dish. So what is this coconut sponge thingy?
Okay, you see, here we go again with presentation. Okay, we could imagine this could be put on something else, but it has to be crazy, you know. It's fabulous. It's like picture a marshmallow, a big marshmallow, okay? And imagine when you're gonna bite in this coconut sponge, it's like if you were biting in a marshmallow. As soon as I'm biting in it, the flavor of the coconut splash in the mouth. You know?
Like a liquid type?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
But it's
wow.
very light. It's extremely light. You
Mm.
can't realize on the picture, but the coconut is extreme. It's a very tiny quantity, but it's very light when you feel it and you put it in your mouth.
Right,
Yes.
right. So now the fifth one. What is this flower nectar thing?
Ah, this is El Bulli. He loves to play with flower, anything from nature. Okay? This is, how could I explain this? So, it's the juice from the flower. I know it seems absolutely insane, but it's it's the juice that is producing this flower that you see on the pictures, okay, on the picture. It's basically
Do
you
you
take
mean they
you
take the
take
flower petals out
yeah, and you
from?
put it in the juice and you suck it from it, you know? You
Mm-hmm.
taste it from it. It's like if you had bread, for example, and some sauce. But here it's pushed to the level where you take the flour and you test the nectar of the flour, and it's fantastic. I mean, it's a
Right,
great perfume in the mouth.
right. So Lauren, wow, what a trip! I'm so glad that I had a good lunch. Yeah, thanks a lot, Lauren, for doing the show and sharing your thoughts about food.
My pleasure.